What's going on, everybody? It's your boy back with another reaction video. I'll be reacting to True Scary Hide and Seek in the Cornfield story. I just got this recommended. I think it was recommended yesterday or something. Might have been the day before yesterday. And I was like, I'll watch it. But I think it's from Wincy, I think that's how you say it. Entertainment. He does animated. He does like animated horror stories. I don't know if, because I haven't seen all of the channel stuff, so I don't know if the person is doing all the narration and then doing animation, or if he's taking like, so because some of these channels take from like, you know, like Unit 522 or Mr. Nightmare or some of the, like those creepypasta channels, and they'll take their narration and do animation for it, and they post it, you know, on their page because they did animation for it. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure he probably has it like in his description of his channel. Like this is him doing narration and all the animation. But yeah, I just saw that. I remember having some really weird hide and seek stories. Whenever I play hide and seek, was always my go-to game. With any of my friends, hide and seek, especially we used to play hide and seek like at night, and we would have like a flashlight, which I kind of hated that to say that, because this was down. Well, I used to do this at my cousin's house. I'm at my grandmother's house when I was a little kid, and we did this when I was living down south when I was like 13, 14, like some of my other cousins down there. And it would get, this is in rural Mississippi, so it would get really dark out there, because you're talking about houses like acres apart, depending on how much land they own or who owns that in between, you know? And we would go through like the woods and have like flashlights that trying to find people, and everyone's trying to be quiet because, you know, you can hear everything, like the slightest, like you walk on any leaves, twigs or whatever, you hear it because it's dead quiet, you know. And you can hear what direction it came from, everything. So, and then of course, because you're trying to pay more attention, so you're even more attuned to your senses. And I was saying some stuff like, you be like, what is that? And you see it run off, and you're like, that didn't look like an animal that I know of, you know, or human. You know, like, even in daytime, I've seen stuff. Like, I kind of just write it off, so it's like, you know, mind playing tricks on. Like, I don't instantly go to, it was something supernatural, or it was Bigfoot, you know. I don't go to instant insanity to try to make sense of the world. But anyway, maybe I'll talk about that if I feel like it. Let's get into this hide and seek in Cornfield. Alright, here we go.
My name is Kai. When I was 17, me and my friends were hanging out
My name is Kai.
and decided to watch a movie, making some popcorn. The movie was a hilarious thing. We had a good time laughing and eating popcorn and other snacks. But when the movie was done, it was around 11:30 p.m. It already turned to pitch black outside. One of my friends, we'll call him Spencer, suggested that it would be a good idea to play a game of Spotlight. Spotlight is basically hide and seek, but in the dark, and the seeker has a flashlight. Where I live, my house is in a cul-de-sac, and if you walk down a little path in the backyard, you end up at a long street. Across that street, there's a giant field that used to have a basketball court and a playground, but it's been torn down since I was 8. So now the giant field was just empty. But there were a lot of bushes and hiding spots, and even a little cornfield, which made it perfect for a game like Spotlight. So we grabbed a few flashlights and headed to the field.
Don't go into a
After
cornfield.
playing a giant game of rock, paper,
Especially
scissors,
don't run
it
through
was
a cornfield.
decided that another friend, we'll call him Braden, was going to
It's
be the
very
seeker.
painful.
So me and Spencer went to hide together in the cornfield, since it would be hard to find someone in there. While I believe four other friends, John, Ethan, Liam, and my brother Cameron, went to hide all separately in different places in the field. For some information that'll be needed later on in the story, Spencer was 17, John and Ethan were 16, Braden and Cameron and Liam were 14. Once me and Spencer got comfortable in the cornfields, we started just to talk about random stuff and about the movie we watched earlier. Just as I told Spencer a joke and he started laughing, I put my finger to my lips and told him to shut up because I could hear someone rummaging through the corn and stomping on leaves. We both just sat there thinking it was Braden and hoping that he would find us. I then realized that it sounded like multiple people. Then Spencer said, "Wait, isn't Braden the only seeker?" My heart dropped. I began getting scared but tried not to say anything. I could also see that Spencer was scared too, and I bet he was about to shit his pants. Just then, we heard the men speaking to each other, and they didn't sound like any of our friends.
Oh shit.
So it was confirmed that there were two other men in the cornfields with us. They were talking very quietly, but I could hear some words. Boys, snatch, just like that. I felt like time stopped.
Pedophiles.
About a minute later, we heard them walk off, and I'm going to assume that they left the cornfield. But after the two men left, we heard someone yelling, "Get the fuck away from me! Help!" It sounded like Cameron. Me and Spencer immediately rushed out of the cornfields and went to
Get
find
the
Cameron.
fuck away from
Just
me.
then, everyone else came out of their hiding
Everybody's
spots
like,
and
"What
went
the
after the
fuck?"
two men. Spencer and John were the tallest and most muscular, so they went in and beat the shit out of them. John put one in a headlock and threw him to the ground. Then one man
Wait.
sprang at Spencer suddenly.
Did he
Spencer
just
screamed and
do
took
a
out his
snap
large
kick?
pocket knife he always has
I
with
missed
him,
it.
and then
He did a
stabbed him
snap
3
kick.
times. As they proceeded to beat them, I went to Cameron, helped him to get up,
Spencer's-
and yelled for everyone to run. Spencer listened and shoved the guy to the ground, but
Oh,
John
God,
didn't
like-
listen and continued beating the man. After Spencer pulled John off the man, they both finally ran away. We went
Damn,
back
they
to
get some
Spencer's house since it was
Spencer
the
and,
closest,
John gets
and
some
we told
anger.
everything to his mom, and then she called the police.
Yeah,
When
he
the
put him
police
like he was-
arrived, we led them down to the field, but of
Stabbed him
course
3
the men were
times.
gone. However, there was still some blood left on the path where Spencer stabbed one of the men, so the police took a sample of it. Once me and Cameron got home, he
Damn,
told
he
me
get
that
beat
the
up?
man Spencer
Oh,
attacked
his
had a
face
knife,
like it's supposed to
but
be.
the other had nothing. I was feeling a little uncomfortable about what we'd done for our self-protection at the cornfield.
I wouldn't feel
But
that
then I
bad.
realized that was a good thing Spencer attacked the man with the knife, because if John
Yeah,
tried
no.
to attack that man, he could have been stabbed to death as he had no weapon. I'm just thankful none of my friends were hurt that evening. It could have ended much worse. After that, we never heard back from the police. So
course you
neither of the
did.
men was found.
Well, even if they did find out, if it was a while later, they didn't. They're not gonna inform you about, "Oh yeah, we found a person," unless something like that they killed somebody, that that'd be different. But yeah, I've had situations like that where police were called or some of that people ran, and we found out later that they caught the people, but it was like weeks later, and they didn't tell us. They didn't tell our parents, none of that. So because no one was like seriously injured. It was like a fight kind of broke out. Yeah, you young teenagers, random shit breaks out, and everyone jumps in and starts just fighting. And I'm the type of person, I back up, but if you hit me, I'm hitting everybody. Everybody getting hit in the face. Because I'm trying to say, did this dude do a snap kick? Because I looked away for a second, and I didn't. Okay, wait a minute, here we go. Everyone's running. Spencer John, the most must. Yeah, this motherfucker did like a snap kick or a roundhouse. I don't, it looked kind of like a snap kick. It just like if you seen first person, like I think that was Bruce Lee, where he would put his leg up and kind of just whack and kick his foot like that while standing with his leg up and like snap him. They call that snap kick, or a roundhouse kick. But that ain't like a roundhouse kick. It could have been because he kind of did like that, so that's a roundhouse. He had taken his left leg and swing it to his right. That would be like a roundhouse kick. But yeah, that's like a snap kick. It's like this dude doing martial arts and shit. he's Batman or some shit. It's like when you see Bruce Wayne doing a bunch of like martial arts stuff. You like Bruce Wayne beating up multiple guys. You're like, I wonder if he's Batman. But yeah, we never called when we played this game. I didn't even know that they playing this at night. That's interesting. But we never called it Spotlight. We called it just hide and seek. And the thing that we did was, depending on how many people, I think usually it was like a bunch of us because I had a lot of cousins. This was like usually, down south people had like random, cookouts almost turned like to like semi-family reunions. And, we would do like when we were playing, especially because we played the day all the way into the night. What we would do is, especially when we played at night, we would have whoever was it, or like you playing it or something like that. We said sometimes we would say it, even though it's hide and seek, we would say it. If the person who is seeking finds someone hiding, the person who they found is now a seeker, and they have to help this person. Until it, and then that's like when it gets you start catching people, and now let's say it's 7 kids total. It's 7 kids total. One is a seeker, so it finds 5 other kids. Now 6 kids are seeking. Now there's one person that's still out there. So it just gets more and more intense as time. And even then we had like a spot that you could get to. So it would usually end with the last person just hauling ass to that spot with a bunch of people chasing, trying to, because you had to touch the person. You couldn't just, I found you. You had that. That's why it was like a kind of almost a combination of it and hide and seek. They had to actually touch you. They say, you've been found, And if you forgot to touch that person, you were, and that person wasn't. You didn't find them taken. You had to touch them. So it's like I said, it's like it, combination of it and hide and seek. So, and I said it would get easier for the people because now they added more people to their team, so they can double team, triple team, quadruple team people. But yeah, don't run through a cornfield. I ran through a cornfield once, and it was a small cornfield. And I came out. I didn't notice, of course, at first until I went in the house, and we were gonna eat. And I went in the bathroom to wash my hands. I've been outside. And I had cuts all on my face from running because that stuff, the leaves were like hitting my face. And I didn't even think about it. It didn't hurt really at the time. And it was like bleeding. Like it was a nice bit of blood like going out of my face. And I had it on my hands because I had a short sleeve shirt on. I had cuts on my forearm. And I was like, oh shit. I didn't realize that. My dad was like, "Pap in your face," and I was like, I was running through that cornfield. I think at first I didn't know what happened. I said the only thing I could think of was the cornfield. Cause that's when I was running and stuff was like hitting me in my face. And he's like, "Oh yeah," he said, "Yeah, don't do that." He said he did that before he was a kid. Don't run through a cornfield. And I think another, especially like a thick one. Cause that it was thick. You had to like pick our feet up because it was like that thick. You tried to like get through it. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know what I wonder were these guys watching them? And then why would you want to like attack that many boys? There's two of you. And I don't forget how many. I'm gonna say. I think he said John Spencer. That's two. Needs another two. I think it was seven. Was it seven of them? Didn't he say like one was 17, three were 14, and two were 16? Oh wait a minute, it's six. No. Oh, that's it. One was what was another one? That was it two set. I don't know. Well, it was like 6 or 7 of them. And there's two guys. Even if you grown men, like I still want to attack a group of teenagers. Because when I was 14, I was right before I turned 15. I was 6'1", weighed like 197 pounds at the time, 98 pounds. Might have been over 200 around it. So I was a big guy. Like I was taller and probably way more than the average man in the United States at 14. So I looked like an adult. That was that. And then you had motherfucker like John here doing snap kicks. So you had people who are martial artists, I guess, because like no one does a kick unless they actually like that, unless they practice something and they trying to implement it in real life implement it into like self-defense where they fighting in the street. Like no one just does. I mean, people kick people, yeah, but I'm talking about that type of kick. No one just does that unless they practice something. But yeah. Anyway, I'm talking way too much. So I hope you all enjoyed my reaction. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below. Make sure to comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see y'all next video. Peace.